Smartphones are everywhere. And nowadays, they're pretty much everything. They're our way to get in touch with people, our cameras, our media players, our little consoles. So, which phones do tech YouTubers choose as their daily drivers? My daily driver is still the Galaxy Note 4, and man, I love this phone. It has everything I could ask for, and judging by its specs alone, you would never know it's a phone from 2014. It has a gorgeous 5.7 inches Quad HD AMOLED display to enjoy media, a powerful Snapdragon 805 with 30 gigs of RAM to let me game with no problem, a massive 3200 mAh battery to keep it running all day long, and a wonderful 16 megapixels camera. The display and the camera are probably the two main reasons I haven't upgraded it yet. As you can guess, I watch tons of videos on YouTube, and having such a crispy and vivid display is a real joy. Besides, I take a lot of pictures, and believe me when I say that 8 times out of 10 people won't believe they come from a phone. There definitely are phones that do some things better, but I'm yet to find a phone that delivers such a complete package overall. This probably isn't the perfect phone, but it is the perfect phone for me.
Hi everyone, Moniz here, and I just want to take the time to thank Geo for having me part of this video. With that being said, my daily driver is cashmere. That's right, cashmere toilet paper. I love this stuff. Sometimes I'll use Royale, but I always go back to this stuff. Now this is 2-ply, that's where you want to be. You don't want to go to 1-ply. 1-ply is thin, it rips, and it gets really messy. You end up using more than you really should. Now don't go 3-ply either. You go 3-ply, you might as well call yourself a murderer. You're just wasting paper. You might as well just go outside right now and burn down the closest forest, because that's exactly what you're doing with 3-ply. Frank, buddy, I'm on camera. What? Oh. So apparently, I'm not supposed to be talking about toilet paper. I'm supposed to be talking about phones. That's true. He did tell me in Italian. He was doing this a lot with his hands. I don't know. I thought he was talking about something else. Anyways, guys, I am so sorry. My daily driver for phones is the iPhone 6s Plus. I use this thing every day. Now, I am someone who came from Android after 3.5 years, and the reason I switched to the 6s Plus is for a few reasons. The first reason is battery life. There is no Android phone on the market that has better battery life than the 6s Plus. Doze is great. It does a pretty good job at keeping your phone battery life to stay idle while you're not using it. But because the software and the hardware is so optimized, the iPhone 6s Plus does it better. Second, applications. Yes, I know all the apps on Android you can get on iOS and vice versa, but I still find it to be a lot more polished using iOS. And the third reason is speed. This phone is ridiculously fast. Now the Nexus 6P is ridiculously close, and I do use it as well. In fact, I use it maybe for 2 weeks here and there, and this is by far my favorite Android phone. Now with that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching this, and I want to thank Geo for having me on.
Hi, Joey Mano from Geekception here, and today I shall be telling you my daily driver, which is the Google Nexus 6P. Now starting off with that beautiful Quad HD display, the display on the Nexus 6P is amazing and I like it. Also, as a media consumption device, it has that amazing dual front-facing speakers that sound really nice and full to complement the amazing Quad HD display. Moving on to the camera is also pretty nice. Even in low light, I managed to get really stunning photos. When it comes to the camera, me like it. As a skeptic of fingerprint scanners on Android, the fingerprint scanner on the Nexus 6P has not failed me thus far. It has had about a 95% success rate, which is amazing. Moving on to the back of the Nexus 6P, it has got that visor which some people do not like, but I actually like it. It has grown on me. And when it comes to performance, I really have nothing to complain about because performance on the Nexus 6P has been top notch, no lags whatsoever. And when it comes to gaming, I have no problem with the Nexus 6P as it plays almost every game I throw at it smooth like butter. It's also got all-day battery life, though sometimes because of my heavy use I have to charge it twice in a day, but when it comes to battery life, not bad also. And that has been a showcase of my daily driver, which is the Google Nexus 6P. Emmanuel from Geekception signing off. Don't forget to remain awesome. Bye.
Hey guys, this is Tian and this is my daily driver, the iPhone 6s. There's a couple reasons that I'm using the iPhone 6s as my daily driver, mainly because two things, the camera and the software. For me, the camera is one of the most important things on a smartphone. I use it every day to take photos and videos for anything. I know there's better cameras like the Samsung S6 or the Note 5, but the reason I'm still sticking with an iPhone is because of the software. Now don't get me wrong, I love Android, and the only reason I'm using an iOS device is that people around me that I'm friends with are all using iPhone. And because of that, a lot of them use iMessage or some similar apps that's only native on iOS, so whenever I want to communicate with them on an Android device, it's pretty hard to communicate. Although the camera and the software plays a very important part of why I use iPhone, there's a couple more parts that I really enjoy using iPhone from. Another reason I use iPhone is because there's tons of apps to choose from. A lot of app developers make their app available on iPhone first rather than Android. And because of that, there's tons of iPhone apps. A lot of time they don't make it to Android, they usually stay within iOS at the end. So yeah, that's a couple reasons I use the iPhone for: the camera, the software, and also the service Apple provides. Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you, Joe, for having me on a collab.
What is up, guys? My name is Devon from T3chsmash, and this is my setup. Wait, what? So I'm using the Nexus 6P. It's my daily driver for now, and it couldn't be happier. I have the black titanium and colored X skin from D-Brown on the back, and I think it just looks absolutely amazing. It performs like a beast, and it's perfect for an Android purist like myself. But enough about the device, let me show you my setup. Nova Launcher Prime is my choice of launcher, and it has been that way for as far as I can remember due to the multitude of customization options available through it. And also, if you're wondering how on earth I open my dialer, I just swipe up on one of these folders. My home screen is pretty simple. I have these two icons here which are folders, one for my social networking and most used apps, and the next for some not so often used apps but ones that I would need quick access to. And to finish it off is this beautiful clock widget here from the minimal pack for Super Widget Pro. Totally worth the money. Coming down to the lower level customizations, I have the slice navigation bar icons installed since my custom ROM supports layers. These minor customizations in the status bar like the circle clock and the worded date next to the time. And on top of the lock screen here, you'll see the hashtag SmashLife, which is my second channel where I do daily vlogs and challenges and all that sort of stuff. I'm running the pure Nexus ROM, and by sliding out this drawer here, you'll see the limitless customization options offered by it, which is why I love it so much. And since I'm running a custom kernel, I use the EX kernel manager, which lets you control it. From here, I can enable or disable double tap to wake and control other stuff like enabling swipe up, down, left or right to wake the display as well, and there's a lot more where this came from. You can even go as far as calibrating your display to your liking from the kernel level. So to avoid being too detailed and too long, that's pretty much it for my setup, and before I go, huge shout out to Joe for having me on his channel. I'm totally honored.
So before wrapping up, I'd like to thank all the 4 awesome YouTubers that helped me out with this video. It was great to see so many different styles and approaches to the same subject, and it's definitely something I'd like to do more in the future. If you enjoyed their clips, be sure to take a look at their amazing channels, which you'll find in the description, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos like this one. As always, this was Joe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Uè Matt, it's me, Joe! Pizza, pasta, maccheroni!